gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today we are talking fragrance superlatives. Just like the high school yearbook superlatives, we're gonna do that for the fragrances that I've been wearing this past year. If you're interested, please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you are new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey like today's video. I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle, and in every single video, I share some encouragement. If any of those things sound good to you, then I think you'll love it here, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop, all right? Let's get into it. So in today's video, we have 5 main superlatives, and they're going to be main character energy, best date night or special occasion fragrance, most worn, most complimented, and underrated. There is a bonus superlative for standout summer fragrance, and we'll talk about that when the time comes. But first, let's get into this main character fragrance. For this first superlative, main character, these are fragrances that give main character feels that make me feel super confident because they are ultra feminine and evoke a sense of luxury. They are so luxurious. These fragrances were neck and neck, and so they did tie for this category. The fragrances I'm talking about are Paco Rabanne's Million Gold for Her and Khadlaj's Nafais Sharq.
Million Gold for Her has pear, rose, and lavender at the top, ylang ylang and jasmine at the mid, and vanilla, musk, and moss at the base. Nafais Sharq has gardenia, vanilla, and apricot at the top, freesia, pear, and whitewood at the mid, and bourbon, vanilla, amber, and musk at the base.
While we're not going into great detail about fragrance notes and how these fragrances smell, I will say that these fragrances feel fresh, they feel floral, they're sweet but not too sweet. Nafais Sharq in particular has a rich and creamy and velvety feel, while Million Gold for Her reminds me of a perfume sample out of a fashion magazine. Both of these fragrances evoke a sense of luxury, a sense of femininity, and they just make me feel like that girl whenever I have them on. They are tried and true, perfect for year-round use, but Million Gold for Her in particular shines the most during the spring and summer. These two rose to the top for main character this year. This next fragrance won for best date night or special occasion. This is Bal D'Afrique Absolu du Parfum.
Bal D'Afrique Absolu du Parfum has fruits at the top, praline, musk, and violet at the mid, and a black amber, cedarwood, and vetiver at the base.
Oh my goodness, this one, y'all, is so beautiful. It smells so luxurious. It's sweet, it's fruity, it's bright, but it also has some depth to it. It is the perfect summertime gourmand fragrance. That is the best way I can describe this one. It smells like $1,000,000, but it has that added sweetness and playfulness to it. I do think it is quite a departure from the original Bal D'Afrique. This is a flanker, and it's in Absolu du Parfum concentration, so it definitely packs a punch. It's a great performer. The sillage on this one is everything. It is so good. It lingers in the air after I've walked by, and this one is so long lasting. I will still smell this one on my clothing well after I've washed them. So this one definitely came out a lot this year whenever I wanted something extra special to put on, if I were going out at night, if it was a date night or a special occasion. Bal D'Afrique Absolu du Parfum stood alone for this category of best date night or special occasion fragrance for 2025. The next fragrance won for most complimented. This fragrance by far is one of the most affordable fragrances in my perfume collection, and simultaneously one of the most complimented, which is a win in my book. This is Paris Corner's Taskine Lactea Divina. It never fails. Whenever I have this one on, I'm going to get a compliment because it smells so cozy and inviting. It has a little powdery feel, yet it's still a little complex. It smells like something people can't quite put their finger on, but they just know that it smells good. Not to mention, one of my favorite things about this fragrance is it's lactonic. I just love a good lactonic scent. I'm a sucker for fragrances with a milk note.
Taskine Lactea Divina has cacao and incense at the top, florals at the mid, and milk, vanilla, and tonka bean at the base.
I have about half of the fragrance left in this bottle because it's definitely gotten a lot of love for me this year. This is also one I love to wear for bedtime. It's that cozy and soft, yet it still projects. People can smell you at more than an arm's length, and it is long lasting. The longer I've had this, the better its performance has gotten, and I am so obsessed with this fragrance. It's so good. It's a cheapie that is well worth it because it smells absolutely luxurious. So Taskin Lactea Divina stood alone for most complimented in 2025. The next superlative is most worn. And again, I have two fragrances for this category. I could not pick between the two of them because the bottles speak for themselves. The bottles are practically empty. I'm talking about Valentino's Donna Born and Roma Coral Fantasy and Gucci's Flora Gorgeous Orchid. These two fragrances right here were my go-to fragrances in the spring and summer. Whenever I did not know what to wear, they became easy reach scents for me because they are just so well balanced. They're crowd pleasers, they're compliment getters. Coral Fantasy is definitely the winner when it comes to performance. It projects, it lasts, it is amazing. But Flora Gorgeous Orchid is such a clean and ozonic vanilla fragrance. It became a really beautiful vanilla for hot weather wear. As you can see, I'm down to the last bit of fragrance in Coral Fantasy.
Coral Fantasy has fruits at the top, florals and ambrette or musk mallow at the mid, and white musk and Texas cedar at the base. Flora Gorgeous Orchid has vanilla at the top, vanilla orchid at the mid, and ozonic notes at the base.
I have talked about both of these fragrances in so much detail and so many times on the channel, so I'll go ahead and link a couple of videos for you all where I share thoughts on how these two smell. But just know they are fresh, they're clean. Coral Fantasy in particular is fruity, and it has a gorgeous orange and kiwi combination that is so intoxicating, so addictive. When I start wearing this, I cannot stop wearing it. And then we have the beautiful and slightly salty and ozonic vanilla fragrance that is Gorgeous Orchid. It is such a beautiful scent. These two were definitely neck and neck for most worn in 2025. The next category is most underrated. This is a Julianna's perfume fragrance called Aurora Extrait Marine Breeze.
Aurora Extrait has bitter almond and saffron at the top, jasmine and cedar at the mid, ambergris, woody notes, musk, and ozonic notes at the base.
Now, Aurora Extrait is their dupe or inspiration of Baccarat Rouge 540. However, this version has an added sea breeze, sort of marine note and accord, and it is so good. I wore this the other day and I went to the post office to drop off a package. The gentleman that was helping me was so far away behind the counter. I had to go into the office where they do the passports. So I was really far away from this gentleman, and he said, "Wow, that smells so good. That really does smell good." And he wanted to know what I had on, and I was actually mailing off a fragrance to one of my lovely subscribers. So it ended up being a very pleasant exchange, but he could not stop commenting on how good whatever I had on smelled, and I had this on. So this is one that I feel like I have slept on, and I plan on wearing this more in 2026. Yes, I know that the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA may have been exhausted a bit, but because of the marine accord that's in this fragrance, I feel like it gives it a little bit of a different feel. It's one that I want to play around with more and learn a little bit more in 2026, so I'll be back with more thoughts on this one. Most underrated in 2025. Since we're talking about Julianna's perfume fragrances, I thought I'd add in another bonus superlative because this one is one that really surprised me. So this fragrance falls under the most surprising perfume in 2025. This is Orelia by Julianna's Perfume.
Orelia has juicy fruits at the top, including a water accord, florals at the mid, vanilla amber, and cedar at the base.
Orelia is one that instantly made me fall in love with it. This is such a good perfume, and I've honestly used so much of this, I just have not been able to put it down. Whenever I'm going to go do anything physical activity wise, any type of running or going to the gym, going to a group fitness class, going to a heated class, this is what I reach for because of the performance and because of how it's perceived by others. This is one that I got a compliment on in a heated class after 60 minutes of sweating profusely. This one makes me feel so ethereal and so princess-like. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is my princess perfume. This one surprised me in the best way possible, and that's why it takes the superlative most surprising fragrance in 2025. And last but certainly not least, summertime is a time of year when we make a lot of memories in my household. It is one of my most favorite seasons in the year, and this fragrance was a summer standout. This is Lattafa's Opulent Dubai.
Opulent Dubai has ginger, mango, and citruses at the top, jasmine, violet, and cedar at the mid, woody notes, ambergris, benzoin, and oak moss at the base.
This one, y'all, is such an impressive fragrance. It is the kind of summer scent that you can spray on and not have to worry about reapplying because the performance is out of this world. It is going to last and last and last. It's what I consider a beast mode summer scent, if you will. I think the only other fragrance I have that classifies as such in my fragrance collection is Parfum de Marly's Valaya. So this one is up there with Valaya in terms of how it projects and how it lasts in hot and humid weather. Not to mention it has such a beautiful mango note, which I instantly fell in love with, and it's complex. So it's light and airy and fruity, but still very complex, and it smells expensive and luxurious. For that reason, this one, y'all, had to take the cake for summer standout. It is absolutely fantastic. I had to make a superlative just for this fragrance because I had to mention it. In 2025, this fragrance stunned me in the best way possible. Lattafa definitely did their thing with this one. It's not for everyone. Some people don't like this fragrance, and I get why. It's definitely not your traditional mango, fruity, fun, flirty type of scent. It's one that definitely gives more niche. I have talked about this fragrance in a previous video, so I'll go ahead and link that video here. Opulent Dubai was giving everything it needed to give this past summer 2025. All right, friend, we have come to the end of the video. If you are still here, thank you so much. If this video was helpful to you or if it was entertaining in any way, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. That helps my channel continue to grow and reach other fragrance lovers like us. Also, if you're here and you enjoy fragrance content but you're not subscribed, I make a lot of it on this channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video. I also wanted to very quickly thank everyone who has been purchasing my 30-day devotional, Align and Reign. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your support. It means a lot to me because this is my very first publication, and there will be more offerings to come in 2026 in Jesus' name, so please stay tuned for that. However, if you have not purchased this, this is a 30-day devotional where for 30 days you have scripture, a reflection, a wellness practice, and a prayer. They are short, sweet, and to the point. And for every day coupled with that devotional, you have a page of lines where you can write down your thoughts and journal anything that you feel God is saying to you. This is just a peek of the inside. You can purchase your copy on Amazon, off of Etsy, or from my website, fitnessprincess.co. All of the links will be in the description box towards the top. And finally, friend, before you click off of this video, this is going to be the last video on my channel, at least the last full-length video until the new year. So I want to wish you a happy new year, and I want to express my gratitude and say thank you so much for rocking with me this past year. And if you're an old subscriber, you already know how much you mean to me. So thank you so much for just being here, for the support, and for being a part of this fragrance community, which honestly is so much more than fragrance. I've learned so much from you all, and you all have encouraged me in more ways than you know. So thank you so much. I wish you a happy new year. If you have not already, take some time to sit down and think about all of the things that you're grateful for, and write down all of the areas where you want to get better this coming year, and really pray over those things you're thankful for and those things that you want to work on for next year. As always, I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye y'all. See you in 2026.